Welcome back, everybody. I just wanted to do a quick video here, probably just for Facebook and the B channel, addressing an Instagram post I made the other day. I posted this rifle here, which is a Henry all-weather 357 rifle. It holds 10 rounds in the mag. You can put one in the chamber as well if you choose to do so. Just be careful dropping the hammer. So you get a total of 11 rounds. And again, feeds 357 or 38 special. If you use 38 special, you can get a few more rounds in there. And Midwest Industries is now making these handguards here, which allow for the easy use of lights. You guys can see we have a 500 lumen crimson trace light on there, and then a vertical foregrip as well. I also have fiber optic sights on there. However, you could run an optic on here if you wanted to. If you want to run an aim point or something like that, you certainly could, or any of the clones. And the post, I said, and I've said this for years, so I don't really know why people got so riled up. I said that this is not a bad choice for somebody in a banned state. And every state's different, so I really can't say, you know, what your particular state is, but some states don't allow a pistol grip on a long gun. Some states don't allow a muzzle device. Some states only allow 10 rounds capacity. All of those things this does right here. It's also a lever action rifle, which is a very proven, very reliable system. And this one here, of course, has the all-weather finish as well, which makes it very durable. And with, you know, the accessories here, you have the ability to mount a light and identify your target should you need to do so, or anything else that you want to mount on there. And 357 is no joke. The loads we're going to test here in just a second probably aren't the ones that would do what I'm about to say, but some loads out there are going to be getting you over 2,000 feet per second coming out of this rifle here. 2,000 feet per second, for those that don't know, is kind of like the dividing line, I would say, ballistically, of when you actually see temporary stretch cavities and stuff like that doing damage. Rifle rounds that are going, you know, 2,800, 3,000 feet per second, there's lots of evidence of that. Sometimes AKs at 100 yards, 200 yards, will act more like pistols because they'll be going below that velocity threshold. So that's kind of like the velocity threshold there for like really good wounding, much better than what you'd typically see in any of the pistol caliber carbines, or rather pistols rounds. So it's right on that edge. So it's nothing to joke about there. 10 rounds is certainly a lot. Now, one downside I will say 100% is that the Henry here loads from the tube. So in an emergency situation, you can't load it here and reload it without opening up the tube. That said, again, we're already in a compromised state here. And I don't think there's a lot of situations where a long gun with 11 rounds with 357 Magnum isn't going to handle the situation. I'm sure there's cases out there that people can point to. Please do so down below in the video comments. I'd like to hear about them. But there's not a lot. Most times, using a long gun, you're going to win most fights, especially if you're on the defense. And one advantage definitely that long guns have over pistols, for example, you know, so say you're debating using a pistol with a 10-round mag capacity because you were forced to by an unconstitutional law. Well, you're going to get better hits with a long gun simply because you have more points of contact, you have more stability, you have more control. It points more inherently, or rather intuitively, rather is a better word. So there's some things going for it. Again, if you can get an AR-15 or an AK or a Tabor or whatever, that is better. I 100% agree with that. But some people can't, depending on the state or the country that you guys live in. So I think this could be a viable option. But anyway, what we're going to do now is check out the velocity from a couple different Federal loads. They sent that out for this test, so I definitely appreciate Federal doing that. And you can pick them up over at LAX Ammo as well with a discount code here on the bottom of your screen. But let's get those velocity numbers and see what they're doing here out of this barrel versus a 4-inch Model 19 that a lot of people would probably be used to with 357 Magnum. All right, we got the chronograph about 10 feet downrange, so we're essentially getting muzzle energy here. We have 357, 158 grain jacketed soft point from up first, American Eagle stuff, and we'll see how she does out of this barrel here. Yeah, we got an error there. We'll have to go with the first two readings. Next up will be 3 rounds of this Federal Premium 180 grain Swift A-frame stuff. It looks nasty. It's a heavy for caliber load. We'll see how it does here. All right, let's check it with the pistol. So we have, of course, our Model 19 here. Planes flying overhead. All right. So it's going to go that way. So we're going to want to time it this way. We'll do it the same order there. Again, 158 grain American Eagle. Jacketed soft points up first. All right. And again, those Swift frame, A-frames rather, 180 grainers up next. And we'll run the numbers here on your screen. You guys can check it out and see the differences. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. We're not doing any gel tests. I just want to, again, do a relatively quick video. But I think for years, people have successfully used 6-shot revolvers, particularly in 357 Magnum, to defend themselves and have done pretty well with them. Yes, of course, you want more rounds. I get it. Yes, you want more power. I get it. But having the same capability here in terms of the rounds with increased velocity out of this little option, I think it's not a bad option for sure. Again, like I said, I'd like a loading gate, I'd like an AR-15, I'd like an M240 Bravo, but some folks can't have those things. So that's it, guys. Food for thought. I'm definitely looking forward to your comments down below, just for my entertainment, if nothing else. But thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for following on Facebook or subscribing on the B channel or wherever you're consuming this content. I appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next video.